What's up YouTube, it's Nick from Rather Sports and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to go through the divisional round of the NFL and try to predict it to the best of my ability. I think I'll be able to do pretty good this week. Some really good matchups and also some really bad matchups, and I'll let you know what I think. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, you can see here this came out literally 12 minutes ago because the Cowboys game just ended. So we're gonna go through this. Sorry for all the ads on my screen, I apologize. First game, Jags and Chiefs. So Jags will be going to Kansas City after beating the Chargers. They will play Saturday. The line is at 9 right now for the Chiefs. The Chiefs have looked unbeatable this year. They've looked really, really good. And I don't see them stopping here. I think the Jags will not even put up that much of a fight. Thank goodness that's muted. I don't think the Jags will put up much of a fight. I mean, they put up a fight against the Chargers, but Chargers situationally are not that great. The Chiefs situationally are really good. And so that's why I don't think that Trevor Lawrence will be able to play well enough to keep up with the Chiefs offense. So that's what I'm going to say here. Cincinnati Buffalo, the repeat game for when Damar Hamlin went out with cardiac arrest. This will be a massive TV game just because it's the rematch, kind of, even though they didn't get to finish the other game. So it's going to be a big game. A lot of the storyline will be Damar Hamlin in this game, and it's going to be a game where both teams really go at it, I think. And Bills obviously will be probably playing for Damar Hamlin, and the Bengals trying to get this win. I mean, obviously, you're playing with the hopes to win for Damar Hamlin, but obviously you're winning to try to make it to a Super Bowl. And so, when it comes down to it, they're going to try, both teams are going to do whatever they can to win the game. Bills are favored by 4 points. I think that's a pretty good line in this one. You know what, though? I'm going to take the Bengals. I think the Bengals have looked better than the Bills. Overall, I think the Bengals have looked better than the Bills. Now, the Bills, they have a knockout punch that I think is without question better than anybody's knockout punch in the NFL. Josh Allen can just throw the ball. I mean, you saw it against Miami. Like, there's a time at the beginning of the game where Miami just sent a full-out blitz. Josh Allen just drops back and just heaves it as far as he can downfield, and Diggs is able to run under it and catch it. So, I mean, Joe Burrow has a good arm on him too, and Jamar Chase is a heck of a receiver, but there's no chance that if that's what the game ends up being, the Bills will win. But I think the Bengals are just a more technically sound football team all around. I think their defense is a little better. Bills' defense obviously is really good. They have a lot of good pieces to that defense, but to me, the Bengals are just overall a better team. I think Joe Mixon will have a good game in this one, and I think Joe Burrow will ultimately just be able to finagle and get around some of the Bills' defensive lineups. They're not particularly strong in the secondary, and so I think that's somewhere where the Bengals will be able to exploit it. I think Jamar Chase will have a big game. I think T. Higgins will have a big game. And I think Joe Mixon will be able to do just enough to run the ball effectively. I worry about the Bills not being able to run the ball very effectively, especially against the Bengals, which have a very good defense. So I'm going to take the Bengals in this one. Definitely could see this going either way, but I'm going to take the Bills. Sorry, Bengals here. First NFC game will be on Saturday night at 8:15. This one will be a great game. Looking forward to seeing this one. I think this will be a much tougher game than the Eagles want. I think the Vikings would have had a good chance to knock them off as well because of just their firepower. But I mean, Saquon is on a mission. Like, I think he is on a real mission. He, did not play very much last year. I really do think that the Giants have a chance in this game. Daniel Jones, a very similar player to Jalen Hurts in the fact that they do better running around. They're both very good running quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts has had time to rest that shoulder and rest his body ultimately, and I think this will I think this game will actually keep it pretty close. But I don't think I'm gonna go with the Giants. I don't see them pulling off this upset. I just think their time is over to make it any further than this. But they played a heck of a game. But I don't know that they can repeat it. I guess an Eagles defense that has been really good over the past few weeks. I mean, I get their run defense is not good, but their secondary is really good. And obviously this offensive line compare with AJ Brown and guys like that. The Giants have Saquon Barkley, but when you look at the Eagles, I look at more talented players. Honestly, is what as simple as that is. You have AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Miles Sanders is a really good running back. Jalen Hurts obviously is very good. Dallas Goedert's a great tight end. And when you look at the Giants, you just don't have that. You have Saquon, but a receiver, I don't see any of those receivers and like, wow, like that's a really good receiver. Isaiah Hodgins was the best receiver in their wild card game. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Eagles here. If it's a good spread, I like that spread a lot. A 7.5 is a pretty close to what I think it's going to be. I think it'll be around a touchdown game. So if I were taking it, I would not bet this game just because that line really does worry me, but I'm going to take the Eagles. Cowboys 49ers, very interesting, especially after how good they looked against the Bucks tonight as I'm recording this. Cowboys really did look good. 49ers start as a 4-point favorite. This definitely could go up or down depending on injuries and stuff like that. Brock Purdy is going to have a tough time against the Cowboys defense. Tom Brady had a tough time. I think that Brock Purdy will have a tough time in this one. Dallas looked really good. I'm not going to lie. They were running the ball very effectively. And, their defense is great. If Dak plays like he did tonight, man, they're going to have a chance to win this game. They really will. I mean, they're going to have a legit chance to win this game if Dak can play like he did. I mean, CeeDee Lamb's a great receiver. 49ers, they have a lot of talent on that side of the ball. Christian McCaffrey's a great running back. And I think San Francisco is definitely the first or second best team in this division. But I'm going to go with the shocker. I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys to win this game. I did not think going into making this video that I was going to do that. But given the fact of how well they played tonight and how dominant they looked, I get the Bucks are not the team that they once were, but I'm going to take the Cowboys. I think it'll be a shocking win. I don't think anybody expects it to happen, but I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to go face the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. And I think it's going to be a great battle between those two. Obviously, I could definitely be wrong. Reading this fresh off snapping an 8-game playoff road losing streak, the Cowboys will look to carry the momentum. Last time these two played, San Francisco went into AT&T Stadium, pulled off the upset. Best defense in the NFL with the Niners held the Seahawks to just 6 points in the second half. Brock Purdy played really well, but will Brock Purdy struggle in this game? That's my thing. That's what I'm betting on in this game. I really don't like Dallas. I really don't. But I think Brock Purdy's time as this quarterback, I just don't think it can keep going. I think it's kind of met its match here. So I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys. So very interesting. But anyway, let's go back. Let's get down to our final four. So I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm going to say they will play the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship game. And then I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. I'm just going to say right now, if this does happen, I think the Eagles will win that game to go to the Super Bowl. And I would take the Kansas City Chiefs to beat the Bengals and make it to the Super Bowl as well. So it'd be a Super Bowl with Kansas City and Philadelphia. I think that'd be really fun. But like I said, Kansas City, Cincinnati Bengals, I think the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles will make it to the championship game. So we'll see. Let me know if you have any comments or anything. I know I'm rambling on a little bit, but I think this could legit happen. So let me know. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next Rise Up Sports.